We're at gotomath.com looking at some calculus, and we're evaluating limits numerically, and we're in this section here, and that's the problem we need to get to come up. Alright, taking a look at this. Okay, we've got the limit as x approaches 4 over 4, and I know that looks crazy, but just go ahead and reduce that down to 1 if you would. Alright, we have 64x cubed minus 64 over 4x minus 4. So let's move over to the whiteboard and work this thing out. Yeah, I'm trying to adjust the colors here. Maybe something a little lighter. Something different. Okay, we got the limit as x approaches 4 over 4, which is actually just 1. I kind of like this color here. And we have 64 x cubed minus 64, and that's going to be all over 4x minus 4. All right. So the first step we're going to do is direct substitution, plugging 1 directly in. So we have 64 times 1 cubed minus 64, and that's all over 4 times 1 minus 4. Alright, so 64 times 1 is 64 minus 64. We end up getting 0 in the numerator, and it looks like we're going to get 0 in the denominator. And that's kind of the way all these are working out, because these are the ones that people have troubles with. So that's the reason I've chosen all these type of problems. Now we get 0 over 0. That means we need to factor and cancel out some like factors if that's possible. So here's the deal. We need to factor this guy up here. And how are we going to do that? Well, I'm going to rewrite 64x cubed as 4x cubed. Okay, that's the same thing. Alright, in other words, 4 cubed is the 64. And then minus, and then that can be written as 4 cubes. So now what we have here is we have the difference of 2 cubes. Now, I'm going to write this down here if you hadn't already seen it. This is the more general form of factoring the difference of 2 cubes. We're going to have a minus b, and then we're going to have a squared plus ab, and then plus b squared. So there's the form we want to follow. So this is our a. So we have 4x minus, this is our b, 4. And then we have, so our a, this is our a, remember. Okay, so this is 4x quantity squared plus a times b, so this would be 4x times 4, which is 16x. Alright, and then we got b squared, so that would be 4 squared is 16. Okay, that's all you got to do. Now let's go up here and rewrite this limit. So the limit as x approaches 1, and so we end up with 4x minus 4. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and turn this back into what kind of had the original here. So this is 4x, so this is 16. X squared plus 16x, then plus 16. Okay? And that's all over 4x minus 4. Now we can cancel out these two because they're like terms and rewrite, and so we end up with the limit as x approaches 1 of 16x squared plus 16x plus 16, and we can now do the direct substitution where we just directly plug 1 in and go from there. So we end up with 3 times 16, which is a little side work over here because I haven't got that memorized. 48. Okay, should have known. 32 and 16 is 48. So this is equal to 48. Alright, so we did the direct substitution. We got 0 over 0. We're like, hey, maybe we need to try to factor this thing, cancel out some like factors, like terms, and then do our direct substitution. But this was kind of the key down here, because if you don't know how to factor the difference of two cubes, you could be in some big trouble. All right, big trouble. So we go over here to the answer, and thank goodness that's what our answer shows. So this right here is kind of a pain, but all you got to do is just reduce it down and use that. All right. Okay, well, remember, we're at gotomath.com, so come by and visit us, and I'll see you there. Bye.